Unlike the question you asked Jason, that's simple. The answer is yes. Same risks, same rules. And one of the important things when we get into payments, for example, is what we're realizing as regulators is that we need to look at the ecosystem as a whole. So not just a narrowly defined slice of the payment system, because it is in many respects all interconnected. And if there is a new form of payments architecture that develops that could be systemic, then it's not just certain elements of it can fall under specific regulatory approaches which are not best suited for regulation of the entire system. And can I take a step back though and just sort of give an overall approach that we've tried to take to these sets of issues. I mean, the first thing is our job is to ensure monetary and financial stability, okay? Subject to that, though, what we want to do is enable innovation and empower competition. And so a common theme between what Nandan and his colleagues did, which is remarkable in India, and Jason's work, some of his work for the UK government on competition, has been how do you set up platforms that are open source, that lean against the natural network externalities and lock-in effects that we get in tech as a whole, and that can enable competition, and it could be competition amongst wallet providers in the payments landscape. It could be competition, and one of the things, and I'll stop with this, that we're going to do in the UK, I think the government will pursue, which is to set up an architecture for SME financing, so that, and borrowing in many respects an idea from India, so that the SME owns its data, not just its financial data, asset data, but its sociograph, its search data, and it can port that data file through a data trust or data fiduciary, again, ideas that have been put in place in India and developed by Jason, and go from a bank to a fintech startup to a big tech to a platform in order to get competitive financing. And in a country where there's a £22 billion SME funding gap, that's a way you can work with the advantages of big tech, but create an architecture that has competition.
And do you see a payment system like Libra fitting into that architecture?
Okay, so that's a clever segue. It's what we see is that the issues that David started with and the issues that have been are being addressed in India absolutely apply to countries like the UK. It is still too expensive for people to send payments cross-border, and particularly the poorest or the least well-off members of our society to send payments cross-border. And it's too expensive and too slow to send domestic payments. There is a veneer of efficiency and accessibility that is in the UK payment system. It is highly efficient. It seems highly efficient to the user, but it's actually quite costly. And there are different approaches to improve that system. Now, but those approaches have to meet all the standards that not just the banking system, well, the banking system has to, but standards of data privacy and anti-money laundering, counterterrorism financing, which of course Libra, if it comes to pass, would have to. And as well, last point, has to be enacted in a way that is pro-competitive, not anti-competitive. And so there are a very wide range of issues that need to be addressed in a way to solve the issues that, again, the India stack in many respects advances to solving.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.